Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alian's Joy. Namaste. It's so great to see you. I hope you're having a great day so far. I am glad to be here at winwinwomen.tv, and maybe you're watching on Roku, Apple, or Amazon. Welcome to today's episode. We're going to talk about less stress, less stress. And how do we get less stress? How can we have less stress in our life? This is one of my favorite topics, stress and anxiety. I am the expert. I am going to help you with tips and with tools and advice on the things that you can do because we have a lot of stress in life. And my motto, my quote, life does not get any easier, but you get better at it. So I want to share some things with you today that might help you a little bit managing stress, daily stressors, right? Stress is something that we're all dealing with and that everybody has to deal with. So there's not something new to stress, but there are several causes, of course, right? I mean, you just see that the whole day around you, you might get into situations where you have stress that might be positive stress, and it might be stress that is not so healthy for you. What are these causes and what are these symptoms of stress? I talk about that a lot. Sometimes we just have to identify the source of stress, right? And talk it out with people and take some time out. Sometimes we have to set boundaries. That is so important that we set boundaries and say no. If you are overwhelmed and you're very busy, it's just time to say no to a few things and stop that fear of missing out. You're not missing out. You'll get asked back and you can go next time to that party or to that gathering that you're trying to go to, but you are too busy. Sometimes we have to breathe, right? Here we go. Just take a deep breath in together. Take a deep breath in with me and exhale. It's really important that we do that a few times during the day and that we pay attention to breathing and that we do some activities daily, that we get some exercise. It is one of the most important stress to beat anxiety, important things to beat anxiety and to beat stress. So if you're thinking about all the symptoms that we might experience, right, there's a lot of physical complaints that we are dealing with all the time. We can have stomach aches, headaches, we can have chest pain, we can feel nauseous, we can have tummy problems and a sensation of numbness even in your hands or in your face. Sometimes even stress is sometimes, that you might experience not getting along with family members and loved ones, and you just kind of want them, just to go away or to just not be there for the moment, right? You feel that sometimes teachers have a lot of stress and we sometimes you feel overwhelmed by everything going on and you wish that you would not be there in that classroom setting. You wish that you would not be in that meeting with all these people around. So sometimes it causes problems in the situation that you are in. Sometimes you have short temper and unexplained anger. We cannot always really explain it. We just feel what's going on. And sometimes we're crying for no reason. Sometimes you have a couple of behavioral, you see behavior in yourself, behavioral issues, you see behavior in yourself that is not really appropriate or that is not really what you would do for your age, right? And there might be sleep patterns, sleep behavioral problems. There might be just restless nights, nightmares, oversleeping. So all these things we have to identify as sources of stress, and we have to talk about it. One of the most important things that I always say that will help with stress are not just these immediate anxiety intervention things that we can do for ourselves or stress intervention things as exercise or like breathing or meditation or taking time out and reading. But there are a few things that I want to discuss with you today that are called time management methods to increase productivity and reduce stress overall. And a lot of the things have to do with planning and time management. If you're getting away from the things that you already have done, let's say that is the breathing, the meditation, the exercise, getting outside and taking some time out for yourself. If you have done all that, what else can you do to manage your time more appropriately? And I'm going to give you a few things today that are definitely helping with that time management. The first thing that, as a coach, I always teach my clients when it comes to time management is to eat the frog. The very first thing. What does that mean, to eat a frog? I even told my son that, right? And in his, put it in his schedule, right? What does that mean? That means that when you wake up, it is a strategy. That means that you are tackling the most important thing in the morning before you do anything else. And sometimes this might be something that you put off and that you have been put off for a while. It might be something that is really causing you to procrastinate things. Eat that frog means that you even do the things that you don't want to do at all first thing in the morning, right? So get it out of the way. Do the thing that you do not want to do, or that you are just having so much anxiety about, and that you're stressed out about even. Do that very first thing in the morning to reduce that stress. So tackle that frog. Eat the frog. That is what it's called, right? So if you are feeling that something is holding you back and you're putting it off and you're just not getting to it, and you're already kind of like really feeling stressed about it, then let's tackle it. Let's just tackle it. And there is something that you can do every day. If it's less stressful, or if it's even causing you less anxiety, when it comes to time management, it's a very good thing. And I have become very good at that when it comes to scheduling and time management. I'm getting the things that I really don't want to do. If it's something financial, if it's a budget, if it's doing my taxes, anything like that. If I don't want to do it during the day, I have to do it first thing in the morning. Of course, after the things that I like to do, exercise and waking up, taking my showers and getting ready for the day and doing all these routine things, right, that are good for me, then sit down at my desk if I get to work during the week and tackle the things that I don't want to do. So that is very important. So think about that. What is it that for you? Let's recognize it, kind of write it down, and start making a planning, start making schedules, right? So start planning your day. It's very important to do so. The second thing that we can tackle today, and that helps with that time management, and that helps to reduce stress. Another method of time management is task batching. And task batching means that you are going to put similar tasks that you have to complete in a batch. You're just going to do them per batch, right? We can just lose up to 40%. Research says, in productivity, if we shift between things, and we do this and then we get up and we do that, and then we'll just get to emails, and then we'll get on social media, and we just kind of hustle between all these things instead of saying to yourself, I'm going to just approach similar tasks. And that means that I'm going to get my emails out of the way first. And then I'm going to focus on all my social media, maybe reading and replying and seeing other people's posts, and maybe make a post myself and do all that for the next hour. And then in the hour after that, I'm going to start on a large project, maybe, right? Or maybe I just get up and go and start doing things that are house related, house activities related, maybe some groceries, maybe social related, maybe meeting related, etc., etc. So task batching might be something that is for you. And if that helps, you're putting batches together during the week of tasks that need to be accomplished, that need to be that is productivity that need to be done. and then you avoid constant switching between them. So it's really good for structure and organization in your life. If you like to do that, then think about how that will help you in your schedule to become a little bit more organized. Another thing that I do a lot and that really helps me as well is number 3, is time blocking. And a lot of people that work very religiously with the calendar do that. It is just blocks of time that are grouped in the day, like together. I know exactly when I'm going to do this. I know exactly when I'm going to do that. At 11 o'clock, I'm going to stop. At 12 o'clock, I'm doing something else. People that are very good with calendars, they are doing time blocking, right? So they have something from 1 to 2, something from 2 to 3 in the afternoon. And after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you might say that's all social or family time. So people that are good at time blocking, that might be something that you already do. If you keep a calendar, then that might be a very powerful technique for you to find some stability in the chaos of life, right, that we have around us. And so that is very important to recognize. If you're a good planner and you use your calendar to visualize your days, then you are probably doing time blocking. And that's where you direct your focus every day. That might help you, right? If you're one of these. The Pomodoro technique is a really good technique for people that are very busy and that need very specific time blocking, but it helps them to get stuff accomplished. So if you're thinking at Pomodoro technique, it is 25 minutes of non-stop work and then a break of 5 minutes, right? So you work for 25 minutes and then you get up and you break and you just break that up. And then you can go back to another task or back to the same task, and you do it for 25 minutes again. So it's something that some people like. It is something that makes people very focused and very productive. So people like that when they do that. It is a little bit similar, to working with a schedule and working with time, but it also gives you that little break, that come back to the table kind of break, right? So you go to the kitchen in those 5 minutes, you grab something to drink, you grab something to eat, and then boom, you go back in it. It's almost like a timer, right? You just have that time set for 25 minutes of productivity and 5 minutes to get up and do something different. And that is very good for people that are sometimes all over the place. If I tell my clients that, if they're telling me that they have a very difficult time to focus and a very difficult time to get into things and to stay with that task, then that is something that we try out. 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes break. 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of a break. The Pomodoro technique. So you might want to try that out if that's something that you are attracted to, right? If that might be something that you want to try out. And then there is also the 2-minute rule. And the 2-minute rule is something that is for people that know that they can get a lot of things done in a very short amount of time. All the things that I can get out of the way under 2 minutes, I want to do that first. And it just means that all the small stuff that I can do under 2 minutes, I'm going to do that very first thing in the day. So is it a to-do list that you can immediately look at, and there's things on there that you can do under 2 minutes, get those out of the way first. And that helps a lot of people, right? So just do all the small stuff out of the world first, out of the day first, do that first, and get all these small tasks off your plate. This method is very effective to alleviate stress and anxiety if you have a huge amount of things on your to-do list, and it gets a lot of stress out of the way. Because if you're looking at a to-do list and there's a lot of small things on there, then you get them out of the way first because they're very small. You can do them under 2 minutes. Then they disappear and it makes you feel accomplished. It's a very, very good thing to do. And then there's one thing, again, that I want to bring as the last one, and that is called deep work. Sometimes some of us are very creative and they can focus for a long amount of time. Deep work is the practice of removing any distractions. And you're giving your brain, you're giving your power, your thinking, your creative power, just a huge amount of time. There's nothing that you can that can distract you. Some people can do that very well. I can do that very well when I'm ready for my creativity to come out, when I want to write and I just block off and I just maybe have some music in the background, but nothing else that can distract me. I have maybe a bottle of water and I just get after it for hours and hours at a time. And it used to help me a lot because I used to have that whole morning blocked off for writing my book. And I would do that and get really focused and get really deep into that work and focus on what I need to do. Some of these things might help you a little bit with time management. And some of these methods, they're all methods to manage stress and to manage your time. And some of these things might help you feel a little bit more in control, right? That's all. It's all about being a little bit more in control. And if some of these things that I mentioned are doing something for you and you might relate to it, then see if you can implement them. And if they help you manage your time and be more productive. And it also means that if you are more productive, that you have more time to balance everything that you need to balance in your day, everything that you need to balance in your week, in your month, in your time, in your life, right? So it's not just work, it's not just career. It might be that helps you free up time for your family and your social life, your relations. It might help free up time to do things for you, me care, self-care, and self-development. How important is that, right? I'm the self-development person. I want to help you grow and learn and be more in charge and be in control. It might be something that gives you more time to focus on some religious or spiritual needs that you have that need to be balanced in your life. So we need to have that time management to free us up for the things that we really love to do. So less stress because we are more focused, we have better time management, and we're planning ahead. And if we're planning ahead, then we always take control of our anxiety. And that's why it is so important. I see one of the most important things to control anxiety and stress. I see one of the most important things is that planning ahead, right? That goal setting, that time management. If we do that, then we're so much more accomplished, and we can feel at the end of the day that we can give ourselves a little shoulder pat, right? A little yay, or because we have accomplished so much. And we can really see back in our agenda, back in our schedule, yeah, I did all that, right? I really had time to do so many things. And you don't feel so flustered, and you don't feel that so many things are coming at you. Because what is coming at you is life, and that is not going away. There's still so many things that are coming at you during the day, and you can control all these things that are happening around you. But if you stay really into that very, very doable, very realistic time frame that you set yourself up for, and you can accomplish some of these things on your agenda, and you leave enough time there for self-care and for family and friends and for your social life and for your spiritual life and for fitness, of course, and for working out, then you feel a lot more in charge of your own future. And that's what I help my clients with. It's so important to have a vision of where you want to go. It's so important to have a dream, to have a plan, to have a vision, because then we can take control. And if things are going wrong, then we can pick it up, and we know we can pick it up because we feel that we have the power over that. We feel that we are in charge. It's very important because a lot of my clients come in and do not really have a plan. And that's what I would love to help you with. And if you feel that life is constantly throwing you off and you're not really in charge and you do not have a plan, or you feel that it's just very overwhelming, you feel very stressed out by it, then come see me. Or come see me on Zoom, right? I do many, many meetings all over the world, and I'm available to all of you all over the world to do some Zoom meetings and to set something up together. It's very easy to find me. And if you feel that you are overwhelmed by all these expectations, and you're just feeling that block and you can't go any further, then come to me, because that is one of the things that I talk about a lot. Do not put too much expectation on yourself. I did that in the past a lot. And I was very overwhelmed because then it gets so big and it just becomes unrealistic and unmanageable. And you can't really oversee it either. So everything has to be balanced in that sense of, is it realistic? Is it doable? Is it manageable for you? And is it something that you really want? And then does it give you the time to spend that time with yourself and with your loved ones to do the things that are important as well? And that is the wonderful things of joy in life. We need to have time for joy. We need to have time to see the beauty in all the things and just get out there and entertain and enjoy ourselves and entertain ourselves and others. It's very important. So have a little expectation to where you want to manage your time, but don't put unrealistic expectations on yourself. And let go of the expectations of others if they don't meet yours. If you feel that you are under pressure and you can't handle it because other people are putting a lot of expectations on you, come talk about it. Reach out for help. Find support. It's very important as well, because I believe that if other people are putting a lot of expectations on us, that we are feeling that we need to take that on, and we're going to have high expectations of ourselves and even others around us. We're going to project that again. And if others are not running or walking in our tempo, then we're feeling even more stressed out because we can't control that. And it's not our business to control others. It's our business to control our own beautiful life and our own time. With help, of course. But we want to come to this place where we feel really, really beautiful, relaxed, and in control about it, so that we can let go once in a while. If you have a problem with that, like I said, reach out. I am so happy always to help you here and to give you a little bit of that. Yay, right? It's joy. It's joy that we should have all the time. It's joy that we should feel all the time, and energy and readiness to take on the day. And if anything of that is missing, and if you wake up and you're feeling a lot of pain, or you feel stressed out, let me help you and reach out. elianhaan.com, www.elianhaan.com. And I'm everywhere on social media, and of course right here on winwinwomen.tv. I'm looking forward to see you next week, and I hope you will find me next week to get some more little nuggets about life. Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Elian, and I am very blessed to be here. I'm very grateful that you're watching today. Watch me next week on Elian's Joy. Namaste, and make it an amazing day. I'll see you then. Thank you.